Have you ever noticed how words that end in ing are kind of like grammatical chameleons? I mean, they show up everywhere, doing all these different jobs. Well, today, we are going to crack that code. Let's solve this ing word puzzle once and for all. So this is the big cross sheet, right? How can one little word looking exactly the same be the star of the show in one sentence and then just a background character in another? That is the mystery we're going to unravel right now. Just take a look at this. On one side, running is my hobby. On the other, she is running. It's the same word, running, but you can just feel it's playing two totally different roles. So what's actually going on here? All right, the answer to our puzzle has a name, and that name is the gerund. Think of it exactly like this. It's a verb with a secret identity. It looks like it's all about action, but it's totally moonlighting in a different job. And here it is. The official definition. A gerund starts its life as a verb, but its job in the sentence is to be a noun. It's like a verb that decided to trade in its action hero cape for a noun's name tag. Here's a really simple way to wrap your head around it. A gerund takes the action of doing something, like swimming or reading, and it packages it up so you can talk about it as a single concept, as a thing. And this chart just lays it out perfectly. The verb swim becomes the gerund swimming, which is now just the name for the activity of swimming. Same goes for read becoming reading, and cook becoming cooking. We've literally turned actions into ideas. Okay, so now we know what a gerund is. Let's get into how it actually works in a sentence. Because it acts like a noun, it can do all the jobs a regular old noun can do. And you're going to see it's surprisingly versatile. So here are its main gigs. A gerund can be the subject of the sentence, the main event. It can be the direct object, the thing getting the action. It can be the object of a preposition, or even something called a subject complement. Let's break them down one by one. Okay, first up, in this sentence, reading is the subject. It's the what that is the hobby. The whole sentence is about reading. You could easily swap in another noun like chess, and the sentence works perfectly. Chess is my favorite hobby. See? Now, in this one, the gerund is the direct object. Ask yourself, what do I enjoy? I enjoy cooking. See how cooking receives the action from the verb enjoy? It's the thing that's being enjoyed. Did you spot that little word in right before our ing word? That's a preposition. And here's a huge tip. Any ing word that comes right after a preposition like in, of, for, or at is almost always a gerund. Here, learning is the object of that preposition in. Now this one's a little more advanced, but it's totally straightforward once you see it. The verb is here is basically an equal sign. My biggest fear equals flying. See, flying isn't getting any action, it's just renaming the subject, fear. Okay, time for the main event. This right here is where most of the confusion comes from. So let's put the gerund head-to-head with its lookalike, the present participle, so you can tell them apart every single time. So the whole difference boils down to their job description. A gerund's job is always to be a noun. It names an activity. A present participle, it's got a totally different gig. Its job is to act as part of a verb or as an adjective, to show action or to describe something. So let's look at running as a gerund one more time. Just like before, running here is the name of an activity. It's the subject of the sentence, which is a classic noun job. Now, look at the contrast here. In she is running, the word running is part of the verb phrase, is running. It's showing an ongoing action. And in the running water, it's acting like an adjective that's describing the water. See the difference? It's not naming an activity. It's either showing action or describing a noun. So now that you've got the theory down, I want to give you a practical toolkit. 2 simple, foolproof tricks you can use anytime you see an ing word to figure out exactly what it's up to. This first one is my absolute favorite because it's just so simple and effective. It's the replace a noun test, and it's pretty much the easiest way to know for sure if you're dealing with a gerund. Okay, the process is super simple. First, you find your ing word. Then, in your head, just swap it out for a really basic noun. The word it works great, or something like fun or baseball. Then you ask yourself, does this sentence still make sense? If the answer is yes, boom, you found yourself a gerund. Let's put it to the test. Running is her passion becomes baseball is her passion. Yep, makes total sense. That's a gerund. How about I love traveling? That becomes I love it, Perfect sense, another gerund. But what about the woman is dancing? Let's try the woman is baseball. Yeah, that makes zero sense. So dancing in this case is not a gerund, it's part of the verb.
All right, the second tool for your toolkit is a great little acronym that'll help you remember the common places you'll find gerunds hiding. All you gotta do is remember the word ape.
Okay, so A is for after adjectives, like in a phrase such as good at painting. P is for noun positions, which we've already covered, subject, object, or complement. And E is for expressions or specific verbs like enjoy, avoid, or can't help, verbs that are almost always followed by a gerund. And there you have it. The verb in disguise has been unmasked. As long as you remember that a gerund is just an activity turned into a thing, and you used your new replace a noun test and the APE acronym, you've totally cracked the code. So the only question left is, what puzzle should we tackle next?
Prepared by K. Rajendra Prasad.